If you ever walked into a room and instantly felt like you didn't belong, or rehearsed what you were gonna say in your head 100 times, only to stay silent anyway, I want you to know you're not alone. Social anxiety is one of those things that people often misunderstand. Some call it shyness, some say just be confident, like it's that easy. But if you have lived it, you know better. You know it's not just about being quiet or introverted. It's this deep, often invisible battle, what's happening inside you. One where your mind constantly tells you that you're being judged, that you're awkward, that you're not enough. And no matter how much you try to push it through, it lingers. And sometimes it even grows louder. You find yourself avoiding situations, not because you don't want to connect, but because the fear of being seen, the fear of saying the wrong thing, of embarrassing yourself, becomes overwhelming. Your brain tells you it is safer to stay quiet. It's better not to try. And that voice can be so convincing. But I want to pause right here and say something important. That voice, that inner critic, it's lying to you. You're not broken, you're not weak, and most of all, you're not alone in this. There's a reason this kind of anxiety exists. It often starts early. Maybe you were rejected or made fun of in the school. Maybe your parents were overly critical. Maybe your brain just happens to be wired in a way that makes you more sensitive to rejection. There are scientific studies showing that genetics play a role, sure, but your environment matters too. And so do your experiences. And that means this can change, you can change. Not overnight, not with some quick fix, but slowly, gently, with the kind of patience and compassion you probably give to everyone else, but rarely give to yourself. Ellen Hendrickson, a psychologist who studied social anxiety deeply, said something powerful. The real you is not social anxious. The real you is hiding underneath. And I believed it. I believe the real you, the version that isn't ruled by fear, is still there. It's just waiting for space to breathe. So what does healing actually look like? It looks like starting small. It looks like talking to someone even when your voice shakes. It looks like going to that event even if you stay quiet most of the time. It's not about being the loudest or most charismatic person in the room. It's about showing up, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. It also looks like being honest with yourself, writing down what you're feeling, noticing when that voice in your head tells you you're not enough, and gently challenging it, asking yourself, would I speak to a friend like this? If the answer is no, then maybe it's time to change the way you speak to yourself. There's a type of therapy called acceptance and commitment therapy, ACT, and it teaches something simple but profound. You can feel anxious and still live a full life. You don't have to eliminate the anxiety to do what matters to you. You can carry it with you and keep going, like a passenger in your car. It doesn't have to drive. And I want to remind you, humans are wired to connect. That's why social anxiety hurts so much. Deep down, we all want to be seen, accepted, and loved. The Harvard Grant study, which followed people for more than 80 years, found that the single greatest predictor of happiness and health wasn't money or success. It was close for relationships. So even if connecting with others feels terrifying right now, it's worth working toward. One small conversation, one deep breath, one moment of courage at a time. If you're listening to this right now, maybe you have been hiding for a long time. Maybe you have spent years pretending, avoiding, shrinking yourself. And I get that. But I promise you, no matter how long you have felt this way, it's not too late to start stepping out from that shadow. There's a version of you that speaks up, that makes eye contact, that laughs freely, that connects. Maybe it's buried, maybe it's scared, but it's still there. And every small act of bravery you do, even if no one sees it, but you, is a step closer to that person. You are more than your anxiety. You are more than that voice in your head. And you are absolutely worth knowing just as you are. So, if all you do today is decide to try, even just a little, that's enough. That's the start. You're not alone. You're not hopeless. You're human in your healing, one step at a time. Stay safe.